my god. Hold on, refresh. Excuse me, sir. Can you please? You've be fucking kidding me. New rule for yourself. You're starting. Setup's gotta be. Your setup's gotta be done at least an hour. You need to be at least started by the hour point. Christ, that was a mess. Sorry, chat. That was a mess. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me turn the volume down on this. Hello. That was a fucking mess. Hold on. I still gotta pop everything up. My god. I'm not using Restream anymore. Fuck that. Fuck Restream. Oh my god, that was arduous to set up, and I'm not even gonna use it. This is a YouTube-only stream now. YouTube-only stream because the Restream is not working, and it's being a dick, and I'm not worrying about it. I'm so pissed. I'm so irritated. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's not ruined. It's a silly joke. We're doing the sillies. We're doing the sillies. Fuck, where is... Okay, so I gotta keep that open. I gotta open up my tracking software because it closed down. I'm gonna be talking about it, so I want to make sure I'm on a good thing. A good thing. Good. Oh my god, I can't even see chat. I can't even see chat. Yep, never using Restream again. Fuck that. That's not good. The Restream is not good. It is so time-consuming. And I do not like it. And it is hard to set up. And I tried setting it up, and it didn't work. So we're resetting everything up. Where is... I should be able to see my live... Can I see? Can I see this? Can I see this? No? Am I not allowed to see now? This is a stream where I actually kind of need to talk to chat. So, like, seeing chat would be beneficial. Please. Please, Streamlabs, please. You're not gonna work? Okay, I guess it's not working. I don't even know if I'm on Twitch or YouTube right now. I don't even... Okay, I know I'm live because the button is showing. So I at least know that I'm live. Hey, hello, Poppy. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so it is working. It is working. Hold on. Ayo, it's working. Lovely. Oh boy. I gotta finish setting everything up. Hey, hi. Everything's falling apart. Everything's falling apart around me, and I don't know how to fix it. We're not restreaming anymore because that caused so many issues today. We're gonna be behind schedule, and this is a stream that we need to be on schedule for. So let's see how this goes. Let me pop open... Okay. Pop open Opera? Make sure I'm on the right one. Make sure everything is all good. It's gotta be good. And... there we go. You see chats? I do see chats. And it's not working. Why are you not working? Hello, everybody. Technical difficulties. You guys are here for the scuff. I hope you guys know that. Test that out, maybe? Did I just have a wrong scene selected? What's going on? Okay, so that's Fujitech. Can I see inside? Thank you. Okay, specifically this one. There we go. I have done it. I've done it. I've finally. Trickeries from hippos. Okay, hello everybody. Hi. My name is Laika Cream, and I promise I'm not always this bad at stuff. It's just, today I was using a different program than usual, and it's irritating me. So yeah, we're not on the Twitch right now. This is a YouTube only stream, apparently, until I can figure out how to get Restream working again. But hello everyone, welcome. We're already behind schedule, so I'm just gonna start in. Welcome to something that I planned earlier today because I thought it'd be funny. Let me turn down my volume, actually. Hold on. My BGM, stop. My computer's fighting me today. My computer woke up and chose violence. So, I'm just gonna have some the light background music playing. Hello. Today we're going to be doing Vroid 101. The easiest and cheapest way to start 3D VTubing. By myself. Also a small tutorial on character design is here. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun stream. As long as it doesn't break again, this is gonna be a fun stream. Anywho's, let's get started. So, a little bit about me. For those of you guys who are new here, I know I didn't sit on intermission for too long, so we probably won't have any new people. But if you're watching the VOD or anything, or just found this and you're like, who is this person? Hello, my name is Laika. I'm a 22-year-old cisgendered female from the United States of America. I'm a feral ferret plushie who loves horror games, arts, crafts, and attempts to bring joy to others. Beautiful art done by my good friend Aries, who I will be collabing with later today, actually, after this stream. Stick around on the channel because at 9 p.m. we're going to be going live with some Left 4 Dead. I'm excited for that. Anywho's, why you should listen to my advice about this. First of all, I am a VTuber that uses Vroids. All of my 3D models that I've been using are Vroid. Just with slight edits. I got into an agency by using a Vroid. So, for those of you guys who aren't aware, I used to be a part of Zenith Virtual Entertainment before it shut down. And as an indie, all throughout my indie career, I used Vroid models. And that's pretty much just how I always had my models set up and working. Hold on, I gotta push my hair out of the way so my face tracking is better. Whew. There we go. That's better. Oh, I also have over 500 hours in Vroid on record. I've been using this application for too long. Also, this is the stable version. This isn't even including the previous old versions before the Steam version came out. So I probably have closer to about 700 hours. 700, 800 hours. I've used Vroid a lot. So yeah. A little other part of the introduction. What is a VTuber? What is a VTuber? Which is very important to know for things like Vroid. Although you can use Vroids for other than VTubing stuff. But this is primarily, comprehensively, how to be a Vroid VTuber. So first of all, what is a VTuber? A VTuber, written as that, or a virtual YouTuber, written as that if you are Japanese, is an online entertainer who uses a virtual avatar generated using computer graphics. Many characters are modeled in the style of anime or video game characters. So basically, if you're a content creator that creates content using a virtual avatar, you technically could be considered a VTuber. That's at least the definition that I have for it. There are different types of VTubers. There are PNG tubers, which are content creators who use a stylized static image or like an animated GIF for streams or videos in substitute of a face cam. Live 2D are VTubers who use a program specifically called Live 2D animation, or Live 2D. Basically, they're the ones with the pretty moving models that are just, they look very, very more anime styled. The only one that I have of these is my old ferret model, so that's why it's displayed here. And yeah, typically using a face tracking software. 3Ds are ones made 3D software. So this can be anything from Vroid like I use, to Blender, to Maya, to any kind of other 3D modeling software. It's very, very interesting. I use completely Vroid for mine. So about what I mean by that. Vroid, as described in itself, is a 3D character creation software developed for you to freely express yourself, even without 3D modeling expertise. So basically, that's how they describe themselves. It's basically a dress-up game doll, like a dress-up doll game creator kind of thing, but for 3D models and 3D modeled anime girls and anime boys. They do have boys in the software as well. Anywho's, now we're getting on after that to the point where I'm actually gonna start opening up the program and actually doing things. But before I get into that, I would like to get your guys' ideas of the character I'm going to create today. So I want to do this little fun little thing where chat helps me. And before I ask you guys for your help, or before I start taking suggestions, I'm going to specifically talk about some elements of good VTuber design that I have. So first of all, I don't think there's a way to actually zoom into these without actually opening up the editor. Hold on. Just tenets of good VTuber design. Number 1 is the shape language. Is the shape language recognizable? If I were to put your character in a lineup of other characters, how would yours stand out? So let's look at these guys. So I'm gonna see if anyone can guess which of these is the popular VTuber. You definitely could tell which one's myself. And one of them is a free model that you can, or not a free model, it's a model that you can pay for on Nizima that I've been kind of obsessing over because it's really cute. But as you can see, they each have different aspects of their shape language that are good. Some of them have good, some of them have bad. And I can point out the good and bad ones. I am, in fact, the middle one. That is correct, Gio. You get gold star. So, as you can see, the parts that make my silhouette stand out are my little hair buns with the little, like, leaf hair ties. Sorry, I'm having a hard time pointing with my software. With the little leaf hair ties. Those help my silhouette stand out. My giant long bandana scarf thing helps my character stand out. My big puffy sleeves and my big puffy leg warmers help my model stand out. The fact that I have a sweater layered under a short-sleeved hooded jacket. That helps my design stand out. My little bandana that I have tied around my, I think that's my right leg? Hard to tell. That helps me stand out compared to other VTubers. Let's go over this one. This one's a model that I found while scrolling through Nizima that I actually really, really like. You have the little tiny wings that poke out. You have the really oddly shaped little halo here. There are some things that this design doesn't do good, though, like the fact that it's wearing leg warmers and platforms, much like my character does. But as you can see, these leg warmers and platforms look different on both of them. This one's is kind of a little weird to tell what it is, and it could be pushed a little bit farther. This is no dragging on the artist, by the way. I absolutely love the model. It's freaking cute. I love it. The skirt helps to cut off the design a little bit and helps make it a little more visually interesting. The short hair is a really good thing on VTubers. There's not enough VTubers that have like short hair, and the short hair looks really, really good for silhouette. Next, we're going into this one. This one was in a controversy recently because of that, and it's not the one that was... So basically, you can see the tail stands out a lot. The little, like, fins on the top of the head and the sides of the head stand out a lot. If I were to remove those tail and fins, you wouldn't be able to tell which, like, probably from the silhouette, if you took out the tail and you took out the fins, and you took out, like, the side bits on this specific character's hair, you wouldn't be able to tell it's this character. But when they have everything on for their silhouette, that's what helps it stand out. The trick is to work with negative space. You have the positive space, which is the parts that are in black, and the negative space in white. So, like, as you can see on my character, the little thin parts of the scarf stand out a lot better. The, like, edges of the little hoodie sleeves stand out a bit better. there's like different things that cut into that make it a unique shape. And that's a big thing to keep in mind when you're creating a VTuber avatar, is that you want to work with that negative space so that it stands out better. Also, because when you're thumbnailing, a lot of times you can use silhouettes, and it's really, really good. Second tenet of color theory. Color theory is the other good thing to know. What do your colors say about you? And how do they emphasize different parts of your character? So for example, the 3 colors that I have in my design, which aren't as well established here because I was kind of rushing through this part. Hold on, let me just... There we go, that'll work. My main colors are brown, orangey yellow, and green. And stereotypically, these 3 colors represent a few different things. So like, brown is typically for strength and reliability. As well, it's kind of cozy. You know, you think of brown, you think of like autumn and like wrapping up with blankets and like cuddling teddy bears and stuff like that. And like, especially with those like warmer pinkish undertones that the browns that I use for Laika usually have, that even helps push it a little farther. There's the oranges, the orangey yellows that are like very synonymous with optimism, very warm colors. They're very childish or youthful colors. They're child-coded, as people would say, even though I hate using that term. They're very like warm and inviting and like very, very playful. These are things that if you see like the orange, you would think about. Like when I see orange, I think about oranges, which is the fruit, which I used to have a lot as a kid, or they would offer a lot at schools as a kid. Or like, I think of peaches, peach slices and stuff like that. Like, the fruits and stuff. Fruits are usually like really, really sweet and very, very like bright, very, very light. And they're nice. And that's like part of the reason I have the orange in my design. And then there is the green. Green is a calming color because it's heavily synonymous with blue, because it's a mixture of yellow and blue. It's heavily synonymous with nature and like leaves and like natural things. Outdoorsy stuff. And it's also like partially considered with luck because, you know, lucky green clovers. So that's like how the green works into it. So if you put all those together, it looks very cozy, very naturey, very, very fresh, and very, very youthful. And that's a lot of things that I wanted to pull out in my design. So it really depends when you're starting to create things, like how you want that character to specifically look. It's very, very important to focus on what colors you do for it. As well, just the colors make it look nice. Colors are half the battle, and it makes it look really, really pretty. And then finally, it's my last point, which is top weighting or detail concentration. I'm gonna mix a bunch of these down more. There's a lot more things you can keep in mind with VTubing, but these are the ones that I like to primarily focus on. Is the shape language, the color theory, and top weighting the design. So the top weighting is basically the amount of details on the top of the body should be more detailed than the stuff on the bottom half of the body. So when you look, I'm going to use the one that's not circled. When you look at the top half of Laika, what are some of the first things that catch your eye? So for me, I've already circled them. The first things are like the little hair drills, the little hairs on the side, like the brighter colors of the face, and like the cutesy little like cheekies, which I don't really have on this model because 3D. You can't do that. It's more done with 2D than 3D. And I got things like the leaf, like the arrow, that kind of like V shape that's almost like opening up to the face. This one's one that I struggle a little bit with, so bear with me on this. It's hard to explain. But it's basically, when you close your eyes and look at it, what are something that'll draw your eyes to the face? So I do that a lot with adding I have a bit of a mix. So, like, for example, I have the lighter bangs with the medium tone hair and the dark right where the eyes are. This makes you focus really, really hard on my eyes, especially because there's a high amount of contrast between, like, my green and little grayed out X eye, which kind of also matches my little hair fringe that I have. But there's that dark strip there, so it stands out even more. And that, like, really helps my eyes and everything to stand out and pop. Which is kind of important, since one of my big things is that I don't have one of my eyes. One of my eyes is a little X. It's a little X'd out. I can't see out of it. It's blind. I walk into things all the time. There is the little funny little, like, collar. Like, the little... Not collar. Bleh. I say collar because it's around the neck. It is the bandana. The bandana is really, really bright and helps it draw into that focal area. I use a lot of those lighter pinks because it's a very diverse color in my design. I use the pinks very sparingly on certain parts in order to accent and highlight those specific parts, since it's one of the lightest colors on my design. There's a lot of things to think about when you're doing character design. And then there's also, like, a few other things that a lot of people have said, like, even are a little fucky, and I've been having to think about, because, like, for example, although my colors read as being very, like, outdoorsy, youthful, and everything. Did you know Twitch isn't up? Yes, I know Twitch isn't up. We were having some problems with Restream, so... Also, hello. Hi, Pluto! It's lovely to see you. Welcome to stream. We're talking about design stuff, and also, kind of shitting on my design a little bit, because we're getting to the part where I'm going to talk about little extra things that I have that are wrong with my design that I need to fix eventually, hopefully. Like, for example, the fact that she's, like, a forest dweller, but she looks very clean and polished. Like, for example, this is a critique that I got from a good friend of mine who is a character creator who actually created my plushie design, and that would be Rebecca Doodles on Twitter. So basically, the design's very, very clean, very, very, like, kept up, very, very nice and pretty. For somebody who's roughing it out in the forest a lot more, it should be a little more messy. There should be other little, like, shiny bits or little collected bits hanging around, like, the belt and other things. The shorts and everything should be a little more roughed up, or maybe a little more textured. I've actually been recently going back and kind of playing with what if they were corduroy, or what if they were, like, denim with, like, rips in them. I've been playing a lot with those designs elements. There is, like, the scarf would probably be ripped up or torn up a little bit more. There'd probably be some tears in the little tights that I have, like the little yellow tight that I have, which is the only other use of orangey yellow in my design, which is another thing that I need to kind of fix up a little bit. Originally, I was going to make my eye orange, but then that kind of fell through. It needs to look a little bit more messy, a little bit more, like, disheveled is the word that I would say. And trying to work on and do that has been a little thing that I've been thinking about. So yeah, it's basically just, with your concept, try and figure out ways to do all three of these things that are in line with your concept that you have. And that, I think, is the best way to describe how to use these tenets. I'm not gonna lie, I did not finish the slides like I wanted to. I was gonna get into a little bit more on, like, specifically concepting for VTubing before hopping into the actual thing. Your concept can pretty much be anything. I'm gonna go back to the screen because we're gonna be talking about this soon. Your concept can be anything. So, like, it's especially good if it matches your content that you're making. For example, I do cozy ASMR content. I do really cute, like, I do song covers. I do, like, there's a lot of things that I do that, like, I do the cozy Zatsudons. A lot of things like that tie in with my design. I eventually want to start doing, like, fixing up old analog tech on stream, because that's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I used to do it a lot more than I now do. It's just you know, I haven't been getting the time to go to thrift stores or to garage sales and get old analog tech. That requires money that I don't have. But tying your planned content with if you tie your planned content ideas with what your design and model is going to be, a lot of viewers are going to appreciate that a lot more. Sorry if I'm jumping around from topic to topic. I just decided, like, I couldn't get this out of my brain since I was working the last Zatsu done, and I was like, I think we should talk about this. So, yeah. Now, this is the point where I'm going to create a model using all of y'all's suggestions. So basically, I can start off with a little jumping off point. I was just going to put some random ideas here, but some little jumping off points to do for designs. So, like, for example, there's a few of them that I can personally think of. There's a few of them that have been clanking around in my brain a little bit. So I'm going to put some of those down first. I'm going to let you guys choose which one I work with. So I have, like, a candle-themed VTuber. I've seen a couple of candle-themed VTubers around recently, or, like, ones with really, really, like, goopy hair, and I thought that would be really cool to make, and I know I can do that in Vroid. There's a few cool things that I could do to show it off. They would have a kind of gothic design, and they're, like... My guess is, like, some of the planned content that they would do would be, like, creepy story... They would do, like, readings of old creepypastas or old, like, internet stories they could read. They could do, like... They could do, like, creepy ASMR. They can play a lot of horror games. So that's, like, one of my little ideas that I've had clinking around a little bit in my old noggin up here. Let's see. Next idea. Trying to think of the next one that I have. Oh, I got it. Biblically accurate cherub girl. Like a biblically accurate cherub girl kind of design idea in my brain that I've had clinking around. So it'd be like taking the angel idea, or an idea of an angel, and mixing it with a lot more of those biblically accurate angel kind of themes. And also making it like a cute, small, chibi girl kind of thing. So that's one of the ideas. Anyone else got any ideas just off of the top of their head? Like, cool VTuber ideas that I could, like, use as a jumping off point to continue stream? I'm trying to think if I have any more. Trying to think if I have just any more random cute ones floating around in my brain. You can also just give me your concept as well. If you're a VTuber that's in chat, or like an artist in chat, and you have like a character concept, I could go kind of into that. Ooh, a mafioso raccoon. That actually sounds like a really cool idea. I kind of like that idea. Then I could also play with the Vroid's new ear and tail features, so... Mafioso raccoon. Ooh! They could, like, because I also like to think of, like, if there was this character, what kind of planned content would they do? In my brain, they could do, like, wine tastings. They could do, like, wine tasting streams. They could do, ooh! They can do, how to make bullet tutorials. That actually, I really like that concept. That's actually a really interesting one. You could do some fun things with that, too. Want to see a mafia animal VTuber group? Ooh, like a whole group of them would be really, really interesting. Let me see. What other ones? I'm trying to think of some maybe other ideas. Actually, we might just go with the mafioso raccoon. I think that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with the raccoon for stream, because I actually think that would be such a funny idea. So let me just quickly copy. We're gonna paste this here. As you guys could tell, I intentionally did not finish the stream stuff because I wanted to be able to come and do this. Copy. Pardon all the lorem ipsums. But, so we're gonna move this over here. Aspect 1 is they do wine tasting streams. Aspect 2 is bullet tutorial, like that kind of thing. There'd be a mafioso raccoon. So what are some other things? Let's go with we're gonna go with the mafioso raccoon, because I think that would be really, really funny. Plus, it would also kind of tie in with the fact that I was almost a mafioso character. I think that would be funny. We already have the ferret done, see? So a mafioso raccoon. Let's see. Mafiosos are typically Italian, right? Like, in my brain, I always see them as, like, Italian. They can play crime theme named... Ooh! Plays... games like Heyday and GTA 5. Okay, so they're like a FPS shooter character. That could be a really interesting aspect to their little character. The mafioso archetype is, but there's a lot of mafia stereotypes, like Japanese Yakuza or Russian mafia stuff. Ooh, do we want to go cultural with this? Because we can actually go cultural with this as well. That's the thing that I love to see people do. You know what? We'll go into... We'll do Russian mafia. We're gonna go specifically... is a Russian mobster. We'll go specifically with Russian mobster, I think. Actually, hold on. I have to check something before I do, because this might change a little bit. Do they have raccoons in Russia? Okay, so they do have raccoons in Russia, so this works. This works. That's the other thing. I specifically like if you have like a very specific thing, like if you like, for example, we'll go with a Russian mobster for this. So if you're like specifically Russian, I love it when people mix their own cultural things into their like actual like full design. Hugo's Black Space Wells talking third person. I love that. I really like that. So very aspect 5 is going to be we'll say old film style. Old film style. Like black and white films. The talks in third person, I'm gonna put that under aspect 4, because aspect 4 is more of an identity thing. Mods, ice this man. That's hilarious. That would be fucking great. They just go mods, ice the man. That'd be fucking great. Sorry if my Russian accent's very, very bad. I don't speak Russian. Dude, to be fair, the only thing I can hear is Kyoresu saying, mods ice this man. Like a very, very cute, high-pitched voice. Whilst still being like the mafioso type. I think that'd be really, really funny. Also, I love how now my thing stopped working, so I might need to pull something up real quick. Hold on. YouTube. I have to pull up the stream in a separate little section. Let's see, we're going to grab YouTube's. How do I do this? I'm gonna go to my channel because I need to pull up the stream so I can see chat. Hold on. Okay, I'm already muted on there. Perfect. I have to wait for it to show up, but I'm gonna keep that kind of right there. I like that idea of ice. We can add some ice themes. I think that'll go with the Russian part though. We'll go with ice themes. Talks in third person. I feel like that would be really funny, but it would also, if you're a VTuber using this, would be really, really hard to do. I'm gonna specifically also put that quote. Actually, you know what? Icy snow themes. Mods, ice, this man. Okay, so I think that's all the specific design aspects that we want to keep in this character are like these ones. So, what I'm sitting here thinking is definitely want to keep... I have a few little ideas already in my brain that are clinking around because of this. So, we're going to get into actually creating the character using Vroid Studio. Chat avatar is a bear. That could be cute. We're not going to get too much into mascots today since I don't think there's any programs that allow you to make mascot characters. But that would be really cute. Right now, we're just going to focus on the main character design and branding, because most of the branding will stem off of that kind of character design. Like, for example, when I was starting, I mainly nailed down what I wanted to as human design to be, and then how I wanted the overlays and everything to work after that. When someone follows us, welcome to the family. Yeah, that would be a really, really cute. Okay, so I'm gonna say this because in my brain, I have two characters specifically in my brain that are reminding me of this kind of concept, and that would be Kyoresu and Icy Snowpaws. So I think we're gonna make her a smaller character. So when using Vroid, which is the main thing that we're doing here, let me just quickly move her around. I'm imagining her being a little smaller. She'd be very petite, I think. So we're gonna just go through to the body section. We're gonna quickly adjust the female height. And make her about there. And I always like to do this just because I think in my brain, I'm gonna make her, let's see, do we want her to have thicker thighs? Make her have a little thicker, make her foot size a little bigger. I'm also doing this kind of to my own, brain, so that I can, kind of tell what it is. A raccoon gremlin, exactly. We want raccoon gremlin girl. Finger size, big. Here, what we're also going to do is I'm going to quickly... Duplicate page. I'm going to quickly grab some reference photos off of probably... No. Classy raccoon gremlin. Exactly. We gotta make her classy. So, we're gonna go up here and we're gonna start by looking up some things that might correlate with the design. So we're gonna look up, specifically mafia outfits. Although I already have one in my brain, which is also very, very similar to what I'm seeing here. But we'll get onto that part later. We gotta put raccoon look up raccoons so we can get a little helpful idea. I can actually probably reuse my own little, like, eye mask little thing in place of that. Another thing that I like to do is I like to look up VTuber Icy. So I like to look up some, like, icy snow themed VTubers and kind of see what the general gist of ice and snow look like on VTubers. How do other people see them, and how can I incorporate stuff like that into the design? It's okay to take slight inspiration, but not a lot. For example, I think this one's really cute. I think she's really cute. She's a small little one. This is kind of what I imagine. I imagine like small kind of chibi-esque style, which you can actually do in Zatsu Vroid. This is the other one I was thinking about. I was thinking of specifically Kyoresu and Icy Snowpaws when we were talking about like the icy kind of feel. Or the, like, I just think that these designs are really, really good, in all honesty. I absolutely love the Velar designs. They're pretty... They're all pretty good. I like them. But, like, we're just gonna quickly pop up a couple of these, and we'll basically use these as, like, a slight reference. So, I'm seeing a lot of blues, I'm seeing a lot of white, I'm seeing some yellow and beigey colors as well, which could be pretty nice. I tend to see Icy Headward kind of like a crown. That is a good point. I don't know if I'll put a crown on her, though. We'll see. Vroid does not support hats, but I could totally make a hat. First thing that I always say when you're doing Vroid, which I didn't do already, turn off the rim lighting. The rim lighting is always bad. Every person who does anything with Vroid will tell you the rim lighting's bad. The shading, I also think is horrible. I think it looks really bad. I don't use it. So I literally just blank canvas to start out on. So I think I'm gonna make her probably teeny tiny. We're gonna make her very small. Very small. But they do have... Okay, so that's where we'll go for that. Next, we're gonna work on the face a little bit. This is probably my favorite face in all of Vroid right now. I really like this one. I love the big round eyes. For anime characters, I also just really like big round eyes, so I'm gonna make that just a little bigger. And you can adjust the proportions just using little sliders, which is another thing I really like about Vroid. Makes it really easy. I feel like she's gonna be a lot like me, where we're not gonna do downturned eyes. Downturned eyes on anime characters usually symbolize like a shyness, a sweetness. For a mafia boss like this, I'm going to say probably just a more like outwardly angled kind of almond-shaped eyes. I think that'll work really a lot better. So yeah. Let's go on to some other aspects of her face. Let's see. Let's get her eyes nailed down probably. As you can see, they already have a lot of presets, and one of the best thing about Vroid's presets is that you're allowed to use any of their pre-made presets, and it's under a commercial creative license, so you don't have to credit them for using them if you don't want to. It's usually pretty obvious. I personally like these eyes. And I think we'll go with a blue. I think we go with a blue kind of eye. This more like icy blue kind of color. Like there, probably. Maybe make them a little lighter. That's another thing I like about Vroid. You actually just have color sliders that you can use. I think that looks really good. I'm gonna go with the highlights. The highlights cover it up a little bit, so I'm gonna change them. You can also Control Z to change anything that you've done, and it sets it back to its original preset. So we're gonna just go back to try and get that same color. We're gonna go to highlights. I want something that's gonna show off like the eyes better. So, and there's a lot you can do with them. We'll go with... See, it's a raccoon. How do raccoon eyes typically look? Yeah, raccoons typically have the really large, kind of like soulless black pupil eyes. So we're definitely going to want to add some more big blobs. I think that looks pretty good. Graphic design is also your passion? Yes. Graphic design and VTubing design is basically my passion. I'm gonna quickly just go custom and select one of these guys, just because I usually think a lot of these... I like to custom paint stuff on here, so I'm just gonna use some of my custom paints as like little slot-ins. So, let me think. If it's a raccoon, it should be like a darker grayish kind of hair, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. Definitely make it like a darker grayish kind of hair. Which means our eyebrows are gonna be like kind of like a darkish grayish. Actually, we're just gonna go with the background, because the background is a pretty good color for that. Let me look back at my reference photos that I have of raccoons. Raccoons tend to have these really big, light eyebrows. So I think we're gonna go a little lighter on the eyebrows, and we're gonna make them a little bigger. Make them nice and big and thick and chunky. Because... there we go. And we'll go with more of a... to go with more of the color, we'll go with a lighter version of it. Plus, you don't see a lot of VTubers with, like, really, like, thick brows really much. So I think doing that would really help stand out stuff. And also, eyebrows really help with, like, emoting on the face. So... actually, probably just go back to, like... those ones. Yeah, the natural kind of wispies. I think that looks cute. Eyelids, we're not going to do any because the specific little, like, eyeliner that we have already has some. And I'm going to stick with, like, a very dark eyeliner for this. In fact, we're going to actually do this one, which already has some stuff built into it. She's going to have very, very pale, very, very gray-toned skin as compared to, like, mine, which is a little pinkier. But that's going to be for good reason. That's going to be so that these blend easier. Give her some extra little eyelashes, probably. I like those. I kind of like that really sketchy look. I think that'll look really nice. The only thing is I wish these guys had little under things, which I can actually go and edit. So, we're going to go to here, edit texture. And every one of these has one of those, but I haven't been using them because I want to do this very, very simple. But as you can see, I see that I like this, but it doesn't have like the under eyeliner that I like to do for these kind of characters. So you can either paint directly on the face or directly on here. So I'm just going to quickly... actually, I'm going to do colored eyeliner too, because you can do that as well. I think the colored eyeliner on anime characters looks really, really cool. And I think for this kind of mafioso type character, it could really work out well. And so that just goes down here. Or I usually do like a layer of painting there, and then I go in here and I do the finer work. When I'm fine detailing, I use the actual mesh, but when I'm not fine detailing, I use just the normal parts. And we're just gonna quickly go back and make sure that is nice and crisp. A nice, crisp, thick eyeliner that is blue. And as you can see, oh no, I didn't do that correctly. You can actually mirror it, and that's something I forgot to do. Also, Geo, thank you for following on the Twitch. Hopefully we're gonna have that reset up soon. I'm gonna use something other than restreaming for it, hopefully. But as you can see, now it's going on the other side of the eye. This is a big thing that you gotta make sure you have on while you're doing Vroid stuff. Otherwise, they're not gonna be even and they're not gonna match. So I'm gonna just go straight over what we were originally doing here. And tuck it straight up there. Straight up there. Alright. Then I'm gonna go touch up this side a little bit, because this is the side that needs to be actually on. Cover all of these. And then we're gonna blur these on the edges. That's just gonna help blend this out easier if we blur it on the edges. Other thing is that there is a eyedropper tool that you can use to actually select and do that on. So I'm gonna just quickly go here. And if, let's say, I do that and I go out farther than I'm wanting to, there is actually a fix for that. If you come over to your actual layers here, and you select the little lock icon there, it'll only do where you've already drawn things on, which is very, very helpful. I am sorry if you can hear the ghost dogs going, by the way. They have decided to choose violence today. They have chosen violence, and they are screaming. They have no mouth yet, they must scream. You can also just do that, because sometimes the actual blending tool doesn't work the best. So, see? I personally really like the way that looks better. I think it looks more feminine. I think it's very, very pretty. And yeah, next up. Also, it just helps showing that the eyes are a little rounder, that they have like that face. Make sure you overwrite. If it's a new item, it'll automatically save. If you're working on a previous item, then don't overwrite. For example, these are some eyeliners that are preset in there that you have to... There's another thing that I was going to mention, and I almost forgot to until I looked at these. They have three preset models in the actual Vroid application itself. And I believe you're able to use stuff from them commercially. If I'm wrong, correct me on it. But you're allowed to use stuff from those on commercial avatars. So, like, if I wanted her to have, like, these eyes, which I kind of do. After looking at these, I kind of do. But that's going to be really, really hard to edit in the actual application itself. So, I'm going to show you some other fun things we can do. So, first of all, I kind of want her to have these kind of eyeliners. It helps accentuate the fact that her eyes aren't as round. I'm also going to quickly change out with the eyelashes. So, by the way, the first section of all of these is always going to be a blank option. I don't think she's going to have any for there. Yeah, I don't think she'll have any. From the side, they look a bit off when you actually have eyelashes on. I don't usually put eyelashes on mine. But I kind of want this kind of design. Well, I can go here. And that's going to take a lot of work to re-edit and redo in Vroid. Oh, they're actually separate. I didn't know that. I did not know that when I saved this as a preset. That's good to know. So this will actually be easier than I thought it would be. I thought these were both one. But you can actually click an export button, and that can export the file to... Basically, it'll be the same size, and you can just straight up draw on it in any drawing program that you have. And as long as it's transparent and you replace it on, it'll be placed on the exact same. You can also export the guides so that you can see, like, the actual mesh that you're working with. The dogs are choosing violence today, and I am about to choose violence. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to quickly lock on. There's other things that you can do too. So, not a lot of people use or know about this feature, I think. I haven't seen people talk about it a lot, though. But first of all, I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to lock in so it stays that color. Then I'm going to pick this gray color from the lashes, and I'm going to go down to a bit of a dark color, since I want it to be a little darker. I want it to match the color that we're going to do the hair eventually, but still be darker. And because I hit that lock button, you know, I can paint over them. Now, you might be saying, Laika, you're losing the texture if you do that. Well, you can go down here. There's a little... Let me move my big-ass head. There is a drop-down section that has different coloring modes, and you can go... You can select color, and it changes the color. So now she has the gray lashes instead of the brown. And that's an easy little fix that you have for that. And then I'm going to do the same here. But I'm going to do... We're going to do this blue color. And, like, you can also only paint things on one side and not the other. If you want to do that kind of asymmetrical look. I'm not going to. And the reason I usually layer things... Sorry, adjusting in my seat. On this section is because you can do this. There's a face painting layer. And that's where I do a lot of my facial texturing on. Hold on. Hola. Hello, Agent Smith. Welcome to the stream. If you can give me a second. You can't just come to my door and then whine and then run away. Sorry about that. The ghost stepped out and the ghost dogs were whining. So I had to go check on them and there was no one outside the door. The ghost dogs are playing tricks on me again. But hello, welcome to stream. We're having a very fun time. So yeah, this helps you do that. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different options here. Like I can change the way the nose looks, which I probably will. Can make it look a little more sunken in. Can make it just a little dot. Can make it up higher dot. You can add like shading on different sides. I have VR too. I actually don't own a VR headset. And I'm going to talk about actually, besides what you guys just saw there, I'm going to talk about my tracking software. That's the reason why all those tabs were open. But, yeah, you can actually use these for VR as well. There are some tools. I'm not going to be talking about that much here because I've never done it and I don't use VR chat, so I don't really know that much about it. But there are actually tools to where you can transfer these into games like VR chat, or there are some custom games that you can actually, like, that have mods where you can import a specific, like, character file that this exports in called a VRM into them. Anywho's, we have that. I'm gonna quickly go to the skin or the face paint options because I have my little face paint saved there. As you can see, it does a little funny thing up here. I'm actually just gonna go back and edit that real quick. So I'm gonna edit texture. I'm gonna grab this texture and then just match the color using the color wheel. Unlock that. So that way, because it's made to kind of look like there's a bit more of the eyeliner there. Actually going to make sure I have that clicked and then go over it. And shorten that up a bit. I think that's starting to come down here. And as you can see, there you go. It makes it look more of an almond shape, which I like. I sub now and like, thank you. Thank you. Making an oh cute girl? Probably. I'd say that she probably actually is. We're currently making a character of chat's suggestions. So we can make her like ooh oh. She ooh oh is in the third person. Dear God. That sounds horrifying. But as you can see, yeah. Makes your eyes look a little sharper. It helps push the features a little more than you can actually do in the program. And it still looks pretty nice. I'm gonna quickly go to, not skin, this, and are the freckles, did I build in the, no, the freckles are built into the thing, hold on. Make that visible, and then the freckles are up here, so we're gonna just quickly turn off the freckles. As much as I love putting freckles on characters, we're not gonna put them on there. We're gonna actually lighten up the opacity a little bit, just to help it blend better into the skin. Mine doesn't do that because mine blends pretty well because it's the same shade. But this one we're gonna want to blend into the skin more, look a little more gray because we got those cutesy things. Also, mods, be on alert. Overwrite that. And voila. We now have pretty much the face of the raccoon girl done. We can, there's other face sliders that we can usually mess with. I might just a little bit, actually. So I'm gonna make the bridge width a little larger. Let's make its prominence. I'm gonna make that a little flatter. You can also adjust the side profile, which is what I'm gonna be doing right now. Let's see, for mouth width. No, we're probably gonna leave it about where it was. Not a little smaller. Give her a tinier mouth. Make sure her mouth is... You can mess with the mouth corners. Do we want her to be a little happier, or do we want her to be a little more sad? I see we're gonna make her a little more sad. She's gonna have a more stern expression. Which also means I'm probably gonna go to the eyebrow section. Each of these also get tabbed into under these sections too. So I can choose like the eyebrow tilt and I can make her look a little more aggressive. Also do this. I'd say more serious and stern. It is stern looking. There we go. The only thing with this one is that you want to make sure that the position is farther out. So that way it doesn't clip into the head. Because I think that's what causes a bit of my like eye clipping issues. Like if I'm holding my head like this, you can see that I have some clipping issues. Which I need to go back and fix. But I'm avoiding it. So we're going to make her a little more stern. The other thing you can do in Vroid, you can actually customize the preset expressions, which a lot of people don't know about. So I can make her smile. And, you know, with the way her face is kind of textured, this looks a little wonky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Fem. I'm going to make the eyes only smile a little bit instead of a lot of it. And, like, the mouth is a little too wide for my liking. I'm just gonna... No, not that. I'm gonna make her eyebrows go up a little more. I'm actually gonna... Yeah. Do this. Are you wanting to actually come in now, or am I gonna go to the door and you're gonna be like, no? Sorry, guys. Ghost doggos, and you're actually coming in. Hello, ghost doggo. Welcome to stream, little ghosty goo, little ghosty goo. Oh whoa, little ghost, ghost, spooky, oh spooky. You guys hear him? You hear him? He's complaining like an old man. Old man's complaining. What? What are you complaining about? I don't know what he's complaining about. He was fed, he was watered, he has his dog door so he can go in and out. I don't know why he's being a little pissy. Being a little piss baby today. Oh, but yeah. I got to edit the highlights to make them sink a little farther into the face. So that way they're not clipping. I can also open irises, which is probably what I'm going to do. Makes them a little wider. And then if I actually... Yee! I'm actually going to open the happy expression, because there's another thing you can do. Specifically in the mouth section. If you have an expression toggled and you exit it, you can actually edit it from here. And, like, as you can see, there's a few little parts that are a bit iffy, like that little chin section. Oh, the song is so cool. Thank you. It was made by Antimatter Dev. It is called Kofi? Coffee Run? It's made by Antimatter Dev on twitch.tv. Twitch.tv/Antimatter Dev. I'm gonna make her mouth. I'm just gonna use the Fem slider because that usually just works. We're also going to add some teeth. So, I'm going to go up to where it says vampire teeth. I'm going to just do that. Because, as you can see, we're doing a cutesy little raccoon girl. So we're actually going to do raccoon mouth. What does a mouth of a raccoon look like? See, they have very straight teeth with just, like, the jowl things. So, we're only going to do vampire fangs on her. Because that'll look close enough to the little fangs. I have mouth fangs. I'm gonna give her actual fangs, though. Mine are only mouth fangs. See? Because you can do the skin teeth. And I have skin teeth on both sides. So yeah. Anywho's, continuing on. We're gonna be giving her some... I'm gonna go back through and just adjust some of her expressions. So her smiling's good. The sad goes a little too far down, so we're just gonna keep it kind of thin looking. But eyebrows we're gonna do... You can also mix and match the masculine options and the feminine options. I tend to find the masculine options work a lot better, surprisingly. Like, they don't shift around the face as much. I need to get the mouth. Mouth femme. I'm just gonna make it look like the base mouth. The neutral also, for some reason, makes it look like they're smiling. You can actually just turn that off and use mouth inside to just close up the mouth. So there. Her normal mouth position now looks more closed. Smiling, sad. I'm gonna just close up her mouth. Angry. The angry is funny, but we do have to adjust some of the eyebrows and stuff. You know, it helps with trying to make everything just look not as broken or not as jank. As you can see, parts of it still are a little jank. That's fine. We just only do that much. I love her little pouty face. Her little pouty face is cute. I liked your vids. Yee, thank you. It really, really helps to like the vids and to watch them through. Yee. So there's happy, angry, sad, smiling, surprised. Surprised is always really funny. And then you can also go through and you can edit, like, make the eyes look more open, more closed. I'm actually going to go to the closed eye section right now, because I have a very specific thing that I like to do. I hate the way their closed eyes look. I'd much rather just use the happy eye option, because it, as you can see, it keeps them kind of where they are on the head, and it keeps that kind of shape. I think that looks a lot better. But that is actually just like a personal preference. I'm gonna do a happy right. And the other thing that I like to do, you might even notice this, when I close my eye, the other eye kind of has a tendency to slightly close too. And when I close both of them, they look like they're fully closed. How I do that specifically, and this is one of the things you can do to make the Vroid look a little more realistic. I just have the happy eye set to about a 10% close. So when I close this eye slightly closes a bit. And when I close the other eye, that eye closes a slight bit. And it's just one of those things that actually, if you do the actual facial motions in the mirror, it looks like that. And it's really, really interesting. It's just like the muscles don't know how to close on their own, and the other muscles are kind of activated just a little bit. It's weird. I don't know why the facial muscles do that, but it's the thing that happens. And then you have your A, E, I, O, U shapes. U is usually fucked up, so you always want to make sure to check the U, no matter what, because the U shape gets really fucked up. The other thing I like to do is I like to go into these expressions, and I like to specifically go to teeth, and then shrink lower teeth, because that'll stop, like, if I were to do, I think it's, which one of these? Which one of my expressions does it do? I think it is my surprised. One of my expressions, whenever I do it, I think it is this one. Sometimes the teeth cut through the skin. And the easiest way to stop that is by shrinking the lower jaw. So I like to shrink lower teeth on a lot of these expressions. And that really helps it with actually just like clipping through the jaw when you're making enunciations. I say that the rest of hers look pretty decent. and fit pretty well, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to my mouths, and I'm gonna use a custom mouth for the inside. Shit, I forgot that I did that. Are all my expressions fucked up now? Yes, they are! Fuck. I forgot it did that. Hold on. I gotta make the mouth look a little smaller. Gotta make the mouth corners go a bit down. And then I think expression editor. Smiling, sad, angry, happy, surprised, closed, right, left, control. Yep, okay. So it looks like only a few of the mouths were a bit iffy. This mouth in particular is looking a little weird. It's because it's the surprised mouth. Okay. So you can also mix these and adjust them. Just be careful because sometimes they do click. Like, I think for surprised on her, I'm not going to do, like... Mine has an open mouth baked into it, but as you can see, if I open my mouth while it's baked in, that happens. So we're just going to leave this, like, very surprised, sad face. There we go. I think that looks good. And then we'll quickly glance over mouth shapes. E looks a bit weird. And the O looks okay. I'm just going to... Yeah, O is fine. The O is fine. Just make sure that does that, and yeah. I'm just gonna repaint the mouth inside. Instead of trying to get fancy with one of these, I'm just gonna repaint it lightly. I just don't like the way they have the yellow on the tongue there. It doesn't look like an actual tongue. I think the A expression look more annoyed expression, like they'll find your body in a ditch kind of annoyed. That actually works really well. Sorry if I'm missing chats, by the way. If I'm missing chats, it's because my thing is not loading properly. So let me quickly just do the thing. So I'm gonna just grab that. Gonna give it more of a cherry tongue kind of feel. I think that's gonna look a lot better. It's just having it like a cherry red kind of feel. I'm gonna just make it a little more dark. I'm gonna do that. Just because I absolutely hate the way the mouths look on Vroid. Actually, we're just gonna keep it. It'll be fine. This is just a test model that I'm doing to show off the program that I use and, like, some advice for if you're going to use it. You've made your presence known! I can hear you, mister. He is whining like a... He is whining so bad today. I think I could go with something like that. And then I like to usually make the dark color match up. So I'm going to try and match this color. Make it a little more tinted and there. Perfect. So that way the toning on the skin and everything is the same. You can use custom things for the skin. I usually do. I'm not going to today. But you can. Just know that's a thing you can do. I'm going to quickly just go back to the neutral expression because we're done working inside the mouth. I can add little different mouth outlines, which I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to make sure it's the same kind of color as everything else. I'm going to grab lips. Yes, I hear you. Hello. Debating whether I want to give her, like, soft full lips or no lips. Because I can just go plain normal anime, or I can give her some, like, pretty glossy lips. Would you... Hush. Hush, hush. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. He's getting old. Probably whining because his hind legs hurt again. He has a problem of... He has arthritis, so sometimes his back legs hurt, so he just... Yes, I'm talking about you. Okay, do you want to come up here? Do you want to come up here? There's nothing I can do. I gave you food and water already. No. We're not doing this. I know what you want, and I'm not going to say what you want, because then you're going to get excited. He wants a T-R-E-A-T. And that's why he's whining at me. Because he likes his T-R-E-A-Ts. Ooh, what if we went with sort of like a more gothy, like darker lip color for her? I think that would look really, really cool. Why would a mobster put on lipstick? That is the question. That is the question we're asking. I think this looks really, really cool. I usually don't go for like darker, unnatural lips, especially on the anime characters, just because I think it's weird to have like the over-saturated like lips. But I think this looks really cool. It reminds me a lot of Liliana, I'd say. It reminds me a lot of Liliana. I don't like that. That's a little too dark. Actually, we could just give her slightly colored lipstick, please. You are being a major pain, and you know it. Go lay down. Go on. Depends on the mobster. Lower ranks, like the grunts, probably not, but the high-ranking ones, absolutely. I think she'd be more higher ranking. I think she'd be higher ranking. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make the executive decision that we keep the lipstick. Plus it adds more of that facial contrast, I think. It adds another dark color that draws you into the face. Because I think we're gonna centralize a lot of the blue colors, excuse me, hiccuped a bit, to the face. We'll have little pops of blue throughout the actual, like, outfit that she's wearing. Probably also in her hair a little bit. But, for everything else, I think that's really good. Anywho's, speaking of hair, because we got this finished, we're gonna move on to the hairstyle. Actually, before that, I realized there's something we gotta do before that. And that's we have to actually add in the raccoon ears. So I like to add ears in before doing tails, because it really, really helps in actually, like, framing out how the top of the head's gonna look and, like, can help you place things. I'm gonna make her an actual, like, Kiyomimi with the stuff. So, we're gonna make the tips round. I'm going to make the ears smaller. I think raccoons have a smaller ears. I think those look a lot like raccoon ears. And then we're going to color them a dark shade of gray. And then I'm not gonna do like my normal like painting stuff on him, because I usually would retexture these guys entirely, but for right now, we're not going to, just because we're already running pretty close to time. I might not even get to talk about doing clothing in this one. I'm gonna have to do a second follow-up to one of these. We'll do foxtail, because that's probably gonna be the one that looks the most poofy. Yeah. And then, let me look at a raccoon tail again. Actually, if we do cat tail, and then we tail height, tail width, tail length. We're gonna actually keep the tail length about where it is. We're gonna remove tuft. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to figure out which would be the best for this, and I think going with this will probably be. Or no, because there's a way that you can do fur with a cat tail. Hold on, let me figure this out. I do want the tail to kind of come up. I do want it to kind of drift out to the side. Because I want it to be able to be seen from the front. End angle. That'll work. Ooh, okay. Base tail thickness should probably be about that. Mid tail thickness a bit thicker. Tail size. Tail height. Tail length a bit. Removed tuft. Tuft fur. Tuft. There's joint lengths, which I'm not gonna really mess with. Tail tilt X. We're gonna make it tilt kind of upwards and then over. So that way, when you see it in the background, it'll move a bit. It gets that movement in it. There's also should be a way to tousled tail. Tuft height, tuft size. And that helps with that. Remove tuft. I'm gonna turn that. Yeah, we're gonna keep that off. Multi-tail tip. There we go. Oh, actually. Tousled tail tip. That's the specific one I was looking for. When there's a tuft of fur, it reminds me of asparagus. Oh, definitely. It's definitely asparagus. That would be funny to see like a plant veggie VTuber that is like has an asparagus tail. That would be really funny. And like she could have like she could have like an afro, so that way she has like the green like broccoli afro kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. Let me see here. So we're not going to do wavy tail. Line joint length. We'll probably make the joint length shorter. And then tassel tail tip. There is a way. I literally had it earlier. The tails are hard to play with. That's all I'm saying. Raccoons tend to have slightly longer tails. So that's what we're going to go with. That'll work. It'll work better when we have all of the texturing on it. So this one I am going to have to texture. Because it is a raccoon. Color calibrator. Calibrate the color to match that. Shoot, because I didn't do it while I was in the other one. It's not going to work. Okay. We're going to duplicate. Lock in. Go up here. Attach the color. And then we're going to just do this. That works. And then now we're just gonna... I wish I had a sharper brush that I could do this with. There. Actually, I'm not really feeling that. Fuck it. We'll do a foxtail, because that's gonna be... It has the layers that are gonna be easier to do that with. We're gonna lock that in so we don't change anything. Tail curve going up. Add volume. You look at another raccoon tail. Yeah, the base of the raccoon tail is thicker. So if we go back here, make the base... Make the point up a little bit. I'll actually turn a bit to the side. Curve it back up. Then... I like that. Want to pop in before bed? You making a mobster like that? I'm making a mobster raccoon. We're making a mobster raccoon. Because we're just doing one that chat wanted to do. Hello, Yelly. Hello. Twist tail. Do we twist? I don't think we twist. And the tail thickness will be... We'll make everything super poofy. No, we're not gonna make everything super poofy. Oh, that works, actually. If we make the end of tail thickness, like, really, really chonky, and then make the tail size a little bigger, make the height a little smaller, the width a little bigger, the length really long, I think that'll work. Noodle Gang Mafia boss? Nah. No. I'm the Mafia boss of the Noodle Gang. No, this is going to be our rival gang leader. If we're gonna actually do lore with this, she'll be our rival gang leader. We'll be the good gang that, like, gives out oranges on Christmas, and they're the ones that are trying to steal Christmas. How about that? How about that, chat? I think that's a really funny lore. They're the Grinches who want to steal Christmas, and we're the ones who are saving Christmas and giving out oranges and stuff that we stole from the rich people. We're only ruining the rich people's. They're trying to ruin everyone's Christmas. We're just trying to ruin the rich people's Christmas. I think that works out really well for lore. Okay. Gosh darn it. I thought this was going to be easier. Here. I'm going to click over these guys with white. Because I'm trying to make the stripy tail that raccoons typically have. But it's not working out like how I thought it would. Do we just pivot and make it a cat? No, we're not going to pivot and make it a cat. I want to make it a raccoon. Why not part of the why not them being part of the mafia? You have a dragon enforcer on yours. Yes, exactly. Grinch Mafia, raccoon leader. The Noodle Mafia with a ferret leader. Yeah, there. We have our mafia bosses. This is the rival mafia, chat. This gonna be the rivals, chat. The Twitch rivals. Their survival of the fittest. We're the ones who help the weak. She kind of looks like a skunk, I'm not gonna lie. I started on her, Do we pivot and make this a skunk? Chat, we could pivot and make this a skunk. Instead of a raccoon doing a skunk. It could be really interesting. I've never seen a skunk VTuber done before. Squirrel's a black marketer that deals with both mafias, not because they want to, but not because they want to come on top trying to cost, because they're too hyperactive to focus on just one. That's fucking hilarious. I might have to make a squirrel next. God damn it. I was thinking the exact same. The skunk rival, Stinky. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. We're doing a skunk now. This is the other thing. If you find something better, another fun thing in VTubing. You find something that'll probably do better, you pivot. That's how we're getting a skunk. She's a skunk. I'm gonna quickly, do some adjustments now that we've done this. Twist tail. What? Not do a twist. I'm gonna quickly do that. We quickly got a tail. We do the tail tip curve. It's still gonna be that. Still be that. There's a way that you can flip around tails. I know it. It's in a separate thing. Another fun thing you can do in Vroid, this is a recent addition, is they have these resizing sliders and everything. I'm going to use this to just flip the tail upside down. Because I already have those two streaks in the fur that are going to be perfect for a little skunk mafia VTuber boss. I think that's really cute. I think it's really funny. She's a skunk! And if we do a skunk, that also means I don't have to give her my same little eyeglasses. I don't have to give her my same little eyeglasses. I'm also gonna go and quickly just plop on a custom skin for her. I wasn't gonna do it earlier, and then I was like, now I'm rethinking it, and now I'm going to. Teehee. Which one of these looks best for her? This one will do. This one will do. We're gonna give her this. She's already got black painted nails on that one. Nice. Yeah, we're pivoting to Skrunkly. She's Skrunkly clan. I must go bed. Bed needs me. Have fun. Have fun, Yelly. Bye-bye. Oh, I love her. I love her so much. She is, in fact, rival. Okay, so let me see. If we're going with a rival mafioso, like, if it's my rival mafioso, we should kind of invert everything. So she should have longer hair, I think. Oh, and then she can have two little, like, skunky stripes in the front of her hair, too. That would be really, really cute. We could do preset hairs, or we can do... Well, there's preset hairs. I'm not going to be doing any, like, additional hair work today. Not to confuse Laika, skunk rival. Laika needs frequent baths. Shut! I know. Oh, I've been dying to use this hair on a character. I think that'd be really, really cute. It's really, really cute and really, really feminine. Okay, we gotta add a back hair now. It's really princessy, prim, and proper. How about the rivalry between the mafias being something downright silly instead of good versus evil one? Noodles versus Borscht. No. I got it. They're not even technically, Chat, the joke is they're lesbians. The joke is it's rivals to lovers lesbian anime. And that is just Carolyn in a different outfit. This is just Carolyn, but in a disguise. Carolyn in disguise is Laika's rival, and it's rivals to lovers, and it's really funny. Oh, that would be so fucking cute. Oh, that even adds another layer onto her, like, personality. Hold on. The extra little layer that it adds is that, like, what would be a funny... The fanfics write themselves. We gotta lean into the Yuri posting. Let's see. How is your silhouette looking so far? I don't like typically using long hair for silhouettes, so... I think we also give her short hair. I think I have long hair on mine that's tied. I think we do... We gotta do some kind of short hair, but I don't know what kind of short hair to give her. I got just use... Oh, that would be cute. Well, I think we said, because I'm more of tomboy, make her maybe ultra femme. That would be something cool. Oh, do the long braids. Actually, those braids might be too long. I think there's shorter braids. I'm not sure on the braids. I'm not sold on the braids. We'll use the long hair. I think the long hair will look okay. Let me quickly grab one of my preset hair textures. Or actively, I can just do that. She's cute. She's cute. Chat, she's really cute. She's so cute. Oh, and then we can make her... Hold on. Let me go back to the front. Because you can actually... Another thing you can do to add streaks in hair on Vroids is that you can just hit this. You can duplicate the material, place it, and then you just change the color. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this hair gray. Or actually, we're going to go... We're going to grab this... plain white color. There we go. Oh. Chat, am I gonna end up loving her? Am I gonna end up loving her? I'm gonna end up loving her, chat. She's too cute. Chat, she's too cute. Chat. She's too cute. You know, the other reason this is really, really funny is that earlier, one of my reference images that I pulled up, one of the original like things that I used in my thing, like, you know, you guys know how I did my funny little presentation earlier talking about character design. The funniest thing is one of the references that I pulled up for the black and white section was Shy Lily. So the fact that she has these now is actually really, really funny because it's carrying over the theme. It's taking something from a VTuber but making it your own and making it work with your lore, which is something I talked about earlier. See, everything comes full circle. Don't you ever say my streams are inconsistent, because everything comes full circle in the end. Chat, look at how cute she is. Chat, she has no right to be this cute. There's always scuff during her screen. Yes. With combined powers, they will eventually defy the true evil, the Yaoi paddle. The only thing that beats Yaoi is Yuri! Yeah! That could be her... Chat, that could be her name, too. Chat, I was gonna wait until later to talk about this, but we also gotta give her a name. And the fact that we could name, like... The fact that we're making her, like, a enemies to lovers lesbian girl means that we can't name her anything but Yuri now. Because that's funny. It's funny. Because Yuri actually is a traditionally, Russian name. I believe. I believe it is actually traditionally a Russian name. But it's also the word that you can use for, lesbian in... It's a term that's often coined for lesbian in, anime and manga. So the fact that we can name her that means that we have to now. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. It's just... Her name is Yuri now. There's no way we can name her anything else. By the way, my model's face is frozen. Yeah, I've been having a few issues with my capturing. It's awkward. Right, we'll save those. Chat, now we gotta name her Yuri. Oh, I added the blue streaks in her hair as well because I think that would be really cute. And then they also have like extra little hair tufts that we can add in. So I think I'm gonna add in just some cute little hair tufts just to help with the silhouette a little bit. Just because we did the long hair and I want to add to her silhouette a little bit, we're gonna add some little side hair tufts that make it look kind of cute. Then she has the tail. Oh, it's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute and I'm gonna cry. Alright. We're gonna quickly do the body. We're gonna quickly just... I already have the body selected. We're quickly gonna do the outfit because we're getting close to time. Trying to think. So I think I pulled up Mafia outfits earlier. Yeah. I already had an idea in my brain of it being like a... where something like this. Where it's the vest and like a skirt. And then like thigh highs. That'd be really cute. She looks like she's more professional at her job. We could probably drag in some blue shoes. Those look cute, like cute little doll baby shoes. And they're the same blue as her hair, so it works. As for the dress, no, we're not gonna go with full Alice. I was like sitting here, I clicked on that one accident. We could just go full Alice in Wonderland vibes. But I think we already we're already stuck with the mafioso and we gotta complete it now. Shoot, there's nothing in here that's really mafioso-like for dresses. For tops, maybe there might be something. Oh, they do have, like, different suit jackets and everything, so we can probably modify one of these quickly. There we go. Cute little suit jacket. We'll give her a matching little mini skirt, I think. That will look cute. Make her skirt really short. Really short skirt. To quickly just... Alright. Let's see here. I want to bring that blue up. Probably, like, her neck collar thing is gonna be that. Or I can hodgepodge something together. We could also just go full schoolgirl route, but I don't think we will. Oh, that looks kind of cute. This works. I think this works. So I'm just gonna quickly do some texture painting. So I'm just gonna quickly grab that. Make a new layer. Actually, the pale blue is actually okay. We're okay with the pale blue. I think that works. Okay. We'll have to add something around her neck. Just to add a little bit more detail. Ooh, a nice little black bow. Perfect. A black bow. I think that looks pretty cute. Or do we want it to be tied? I actually really, really like the way that ribbon tie looks a lot better. So we'll keep this. The skirt and the tie will probably be black. Speaking of the way you're speaking of, it seems Cardcaptor Sakura is getting a themed cafe in Brazil. Oh yeah, me and Patchy were fangirling about it earlier this week. Me and Patchy were actually... Patchy was fangirling in a friend's Discord about it. I think it's like really, really cool, and now I might have to... I'm half tempted to visit Patchy now, so that we can go to Brazil together, so that we can get the fun. Let me just color. We'll just... See, this is the other thing. If you're trying to color like a layer and it just turns gray, you can actually duplicate and do another color layer, because multiply will help. Then you just adjust the opacity so that it fits. As you can see. I might already have a black skirt texture, actually. Let me look. Hold on. I do already have a black skirt texture. The only thing is we might need to make the skirt a little tighter so it doesn't clip. And then we'll quickly do some inner bottoms. That one. Yeah, that looks good. So if the skirt accidentally flips up a little bit, it's not like TOS breaking. And that helps because like that's just centralizing a lot of the color. I'm actually gonna change her hair color. I want to actually go more towards that paisley blue kind of thing. Override. And she looks like a baby crime boss princess. Like she's still in, like she's either in a private school or was in a private school and just kind of likes the uniform. My God, she went to an all-girl. I just thought of a little funny. The joke is that she went to an all-girls private school. She went to an all-girls private school, so she's only used to being around women. Which was part of the way she was able to find out she was lesbian. Is because she was around women a lot. I want to make her eyes be the brightest shade of blue they can. Then yeah, she's got little cute stuff. Let's go back to shoes. Shoes. I do want to keep giving her... The boots actually kind of work. I think the boots work. Arm accessories. Do we give her any? Ooh, definitely give her gloves. She's a skunk. She's got to keep her hands clean. Skunk Mafia boss got to keep her hands clean. Let me go back to the tail, because I'm actually not liking the way the texturing on it is looking. I messed with the texture, and I'm now not going to be able to fix it. That is fine. I think we're actually done with her. Except for the fact that I'm probably going to adjust her body just a little bit more. Waist width. We're going to make her waist width a little smaller. Make her foot size definitely a little bit bigger. Gonna make her finger size and hand size definitely a bit bigger. Just want her to have that really nice, like, almost chibi style proportions. Might make her ears bigger too, because they don't really stand off her head too much. Accessories. Ears. Oh, it locked. Ear size. Make it bigger. Perfect. So we pivoted from raccoon to skunk. So let me just skunk. There. That's cute. I think that's really cute. Actually, I might go back and change up some stuff. Specifically with the hair. After looking at that, it looks like their hair is, like, specifically kept more in towards, like, the center of their head. And the stripes are more down their back. So I'm just gonna quickly adjust so that it looks a little more like that. Perfect. That works. Oh my god, we also have the same kind of dyed front partition. That's actually really cute. Dude, the more I make her, the more I kind of love her. Dude, the more I make her, the more I kind of love her. Need to give her some blue strands down here. Alright, blue strands down on the farther parts of the head acquired. And I think we're done. Yeah, I think she's done. I'm ready to call her done, if you guys are. I think she looks great. She looks really pretty. And she works really, really well. And I think we all agree on the name Yuri, right? And yeah, we're just gonna quickly go through some different animations just to check to make sure things aren't clipping really bad. Which it looks like they're not. She could use a few more details, I think. Probably add some kind of, like, things that I would probably add off stream are some, like, cute little bows that are up towards the top of her head. Like, maybe hanging off of her ears. Kind of almost mimic mine, but, like, maybe with a snow type feature. I feel like she would definitely have more striped elements. But I think she's really, really cute the way she is. I'm gonna do my typical test that I do, which is specifically the stroll. I think the stroll is the most lifelike to how it'll look when she's actually being used by a person. But yeah. Look at her go. I'm gonna adjust the neck, actually. There's a few body proportions that need adjusted. So, for example, go to the body. We're gonna go to the neck. Neck width will be thinner. Thickness will be thinner. I'm gonna push the length a little longer. Just because I like that kind of thin-necked proportions. Make her head maybe just a little smaller. Just a little smaller. They howlin'. A hat? A hat would be nice. It would take me too long to model and put on a hat. But I would like to see if you guys would maybe want to. So fun thing, you can export as VRM. And I could also put her up as an actual model. So I can put her up on my Kofi for people to use. So we're going to give her the title of Yuri. What's her last name? I think... Well, I'm going to fill out the creator section, but you guys think of a nice last name for me. Otherwise, I can talk about naming her, like, good names. Good names for, like, VTubers. I'm gonna name her last creator is gonna be like a cream plus Noodle Dudes. Like a cream and the Noodle Dudes. Alright. I don't know, I think I'd probably end up putting like bows on her ears. Like little tiny bows. I'd probably end up putting some, like, for example, a lot of suits have these little, like, I'd probably make her sleeves a little more puffy, but a lot of times there'll be like little, like, cuffs on sleeves. Not like armbands, but like a tight cuff thing that could be on her sleeves. That would probably help. Probably give her some pins, probably give her some extra little decorations. I imagine she would probably have like a big fluffy coat. But, what are we thinking for a last name? What are we thinking for a last name? I think mine's Laika Cream. So we have Yuri. Yuri should be something with food related too for the last part of her name. Some random, like, little food related part for the last name. I'm thinking Yuri Plum. I don't think Plum works really well. She's more of like an icy blue design. So let's try and think of different things that are blue that would kind of fit in with that kind of theme. I don't think Plum. I think Yuri... Actually, another thing that I'm probably gonna do. Let me look here. Last name generator. Or actually, behind the name. Ice. Nope. Look up feminine. Ice. Okay, there's ice. I thought plum because a Russian surname is spelled Blum. That is a good thought. That is a good thought. If we did more purple on her design, I'd say probably lean towards that. But I think we should do something like wintry. Something like winter. We could just have her last name be Ice. Or like, I like having like a... I like having 3-syllable names, so her would be Yuri. We could do Yuri Snow Blossom or Yuri Ice. Or like, Yuri Frostwalk is another cool one. I like having those 3-syllable names. You want the first syllable... You either want the first syllable to be like one syllable. You either want it to be 1 and then 2 syllables, or 2 and then 1 syllable. Like a cream. That is 3 syllables. Yuri blank blank. Could also do a hyphenated last name. Ice cream. That's why I want to do something else ice related, because I think it'd be... Ooh, if we did something with ice for the last name, like the last name being Ice something, that would be cute. Oh, we could do... Ooh, Yuri Ice Blossom. Kind of count Yuri. Yuri is 2 syllables. Yuri. Ice cream would be the ship name. We'll make... Yuri Ice Bloom. There we go. Yuri Ice Bloom. Or... Yuri Ice Blossom. Or actually... Let me look up. Names that mean ice. Last name Russian. Because we already discussed earlier that she's Russian, so... Shibura... Sneakakuda? Meaning snowmating? That could be cool. A Russian name for Snow White. How about Snegurka? Or, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce any of those. Behind the name isn't really pulling up anything. Morozova could be cool. Morozova means... Or Morozov? Morozov. I like Morozov. There we go. You also... There's another reason you want to choose something like that. So Yuri Morozov. Yuri Morozov. I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll go with Morozov. Naming for VTubing is actually really, really hard. I think Morozov is going to be... Yuri Morozov. Okay, yeah, because that's a 2... It's a 1 to 2 and then a 3 to 5. So I think that works. Yuri Morozov. And Morozov literally means frost. Actually, what does Yuri mean? Yuri... Farmer. Farmer, evening jewel, kind, beautiful. Oh, it's a boy name. Wait a minute. Chat, we're just gonna make it... We're gonna make them even more like, Carolyn. Their name is Yuri. They present femme, but they are in fact trans. Canonically, they are trans. That's what we're gonna go with. Alright. Export. I'm gonna download her real quick. Yuri! Yuri! I love her. Chad, I think we did a really, really good job. Ooh, gonna quickly move that. I'm gonna go to where I keep my models usually. Do you guys want to see her in action? I know we're already going over for stream because I have to start setting up for the other one. But, I'm gonna quickly save her. I'm gonna... Also, if you're doing a VTuber, the best software I can recommend is Warudo. It's a little hefty. A little bit of a hefty program. But it works really well for tracking. You get a lot of options. And if you're using it on Twitch, you get a bunch of free assets that you can use. There's a bunch of free assets that you can use, and it really helps. So I'm actually going to go here, just to show you off. You have to make sure it's imported into there. So you can open your characters folder. It's going to open it up for me. And then I'm going to go to where I usually export my models to. which is going to be in my documents. I'm gonna open up models. I'm gonna reopen up this because I used the other thing like I wasn't supposed to. I'm gonna quickly import. Actually, I'm gonna copy and paste the file. Yuri, all right. Then I'm gonna go here, and as you see, she's here. Yuri Morozov. And if she loads in properly, is she loaded in properly? Sometimes, oh, it's because she's short. Hold on. As you can see now, I am her. Oh God. See, I'm her now. She's got a few different expressions that I can toggle on and off. But yeah, that is how I made her. And now I can be Yuri on stream. She has a movable tail. Zawarudo. I think that's why they named it Warudo. Don't quote me though. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm Yuri now. I can be Yuri on stream. Let me give my best impression of probably what Yuri would be like. Yuri very much like women. Yuri like women. Let me actually grab the line that you guys had brought up for her. Hold on. Yuri thinks mod should Iceman. Yuri think a mod should Iceman. And yeah, we're gonna change that to actually be a skunk. Mafioso skunk. A mafioso skunk who likes wine, likes old black and white films, is a trans lesbian, and talks in third person. So yeah, that is her. I will be releasing this model to anyone who is currently a member on my Kofi, so you can use her for whatever. And I will eventually probably also be uploading her with like some extra little assets and stuff if you want to stream as her. But yeah, if anyone's interested, please feel free to join in. I'm going to release her as a download that you can use. I'll probably make some assets to go along with her, so stay tuned. Probably next Zatsudon is when we'll do like little overlays and stuff for her. Or unlike the overlays off stream, and then we'll do some other branding stuff on stream. Just so I can explain to you guys how that works. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us today. I had a lot of fun. I think she's really, really cute, and she's gonna be really, really fun to play around with. I got a few things I gotta fix up, like for example, her happy. As you can see, her happy expression clips a little bit. So we're gonna try and fix that. All of her other expressions, though, they do look like they are, in fact, pretty useful and that they all work as intended. Especially the happy one. I think that one's really cute. I kind of want to thin out the mouth on this one, though. It's a little too wide. But yeah, I think that she's pretty good. And I will have her up on the Ko-Fi with some assets and stuff so you can start streaming as her soon. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Come back in about an hour at 9 p.m. We are going to be playing Left 4 Dead with Case-kun, Ares Nanos, and Callard Kane. The three of them. So it's going to be a really fun time. I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!